Here is the U-Wing from 2016. That was almost 10 years ago. This is 7155 and was part of that goated wave from Rogue One. This set really isn't talked about that much. Not only, I'm not saying it was slept on or anyway, I think Rogue One really released incredible sets that were well done, included the main cast, and there was a small issue that I'll get into that LEGO was doing at the time that we're not seeing much anymore, which is great improvement. You'll have to stay watching till the end to find out what that is. But I'm bringing this up because the other day, really about a week ago, a little over a week and a half ago, is the new U-Wing coming this summer in August leaked, and we got some good look and pictures, and a lot of us are feeling that it was downsized to a fault of the detail, and I would agree. This one's just so much bigger, 100 more pieces, one more minifigure. This has so much more going for it at its original price of like $5 more than the new one cost today. And really want to sit down, review this set, because I think this was a great set. Now, I bought this personally used off Bricklink many years ago when it was still in its cycle, so I got it for a good deal without minifigures, unfortunately, so even a better deal. And to buy them now is going to cost an arm and a leg. Now, to buy this brand new today is going to range you somewhere between $200 and $400 brand new, sealed in box. Now, you might be able to get a good deal on a used one, but those minifigures are each expensive. Jyn Erso by herself is about a $200 minifigure, so take that as you will. Now, I do hope that they do this Andor set. Maybe the set does sell well, even though I think it's a little overpriced for what you're getting. And I hope that we get a little bit of resurgence of those Rogue One sets, especially next year for the 10-year anniversary. I think that'd be really sweet. Now, before we get too far into this, I do want to talk about that big issue that I talked about in the beginning of this video of the Rogue One sets. It's not an issue with the set per se. It's the Rogue One sets, it's the Force Awakens sets. LEGO likes to do what is typically called bait and switch. Is you can't get your whole crew, basically. You want all the main, 6 of them in that the Rogue One characters, your Jyn Erso, Cassian Andor, K2SO, I'm drawing like on Bodhi Rook, all of them. They don't all come in the set, and you have to buy every set in that original wave to get them. You only get Baze Malbus and the ATST. You only get whatever the blind guy name. Like, I'm drawing a blank on these. In the hover tank, you only get Cassian and Jyn in this set, but you don't get K2SO. And I kind of like that. This should have been more. Like, this is more trying to be from 2 different scenes in that movie. So you're getting the Cassian Jyn without the K2 when they're going to find Saw Gerrera. And I think this should have been more from that scene, maybe a couple stormtroopers, Jyn, Cassian, K2, and that would have been a better set. This is trying to be both from the support U-Wing that comes in towards the end of the movie, as well as being towards the beginning of the movie with Cassian taking Jyn to go find Saw. And LEGO likes to do that, likes to take a ship that shows up in 2 parts of a movie, combine both scenes, and include all the minifigures. And in this case, they didn't include all, and I think that K2 should have been in this. And one of the things, the new one being so downscaled, and this one felt a little small in the cockpit. I want to be able to fit both K2 and Cassian side by side to pilot the U-Wing. I think that would be really cool. Unfortunately, you can't do that with this, but regardless, I do think that this does look really good. You have minimal stickers. Cockpit is printed. You just have a couple on the wings, around the engines, on the doors, and 2 strips on that bottom piece as well. Now, I do forgive the dust. I did try to dust this, but definitely my white on this has faded over time just slightly. I've kept it out of the sun as best as I can, but I didn't find out about sun damage until this has been out in the sun for a little bit. That said, this is a great set. Now, you have the landing position, I guess, and then the wings are very simple to. They're just attached by little ball joints, and that they snap firmly in place, and you just pop them out, and you can pop them into their flying position, like so. And 4 great engines. I like the orange on the end there that I think does a really good job there. And you got some nice, great pieces for the back of the ship, which I think is really good. Now, like I said, you can fit a pilot in here. I thought I did have the pilot, but I seem to have lost it. And I will still review the figures, even though I don't have them in hand. You do have the pilot up there. Now, I just feel like this being a couple studs wider, you know, same kind of footprint, just a couple studs wider would have been kind of nice, but they made it as wide as they could for the piece that they're using for that bottom, so I get it. You have that nice Star Wars printed pilot cockpit troll piece, that's what I'm looking for. And then it had very minimal play features. You had some stud shooters, which I took off because they don't allow for the doors to fold. And you couldn't really fit that many figures on the inside anyway. Then you have spring-loaded shooters next to the main weapons on front, which fire just like so. And that is really like the build. It's a really great set. Honestly, it should be a good pickup. And I think today's day and age, with the price of Lego, with the price of resellers, you're not going to get away for this without spending several $100s. Because I do get one of the blue pilots, which is, I think they're kind of unique. I like them. I think they're cool looking. I thought I had one, but I can't seem to find. And then you had the monkey guy, who really had very little screen time, but was a cool character nonetheless. I think his name was Bistan. You had Jin and Cassian and a rebel trooper. Now, talk about your basic general trooper that had really nice molded helmet that's dual molded with the green and tan. Really nice details on them. They look really good. The pilot was very unique, I think, in that nice blue. I swear somewhere I have one of these, I just can't find it. I think they look really good. Most of our Rebel pilots are in orange, so this was kind of a fresh take to see blue flight suits on these pilots, and I think LEGO did a great job at including them. Bistan had a nice new mold at the time, very unique. I think he looked pretty good for what he was, and then his nice green suit, it was well printed there. And Jin had a baton, a little pistol, her helmet, her cloth piece. Her cloth piece is now very expensive. That poncho that she has, it would make Cal Kestis jealous. But she also had really good printing on her as well. Highly detailed, very accurate. And her face print was pretty accurate to the actor, so I think they did a pretty good job. And Cassian, this is the blue suit version, which is the only set that includes a blue suit version of Cassian, because I do believe Jin and Cassian came in a couple different sets. They were the only members of the 6 that were in multiple sets. His hairpiece was excellent for how he looks. He's got the really nice printing over it's dark on dark, so it's not going to create that bleeding problem, but it has that seamless jacket into the legs, which I really like when LEGO does that. Very accurate face print, looks actually really, really good. That's going to do it for this set. What do you think about the new one? What do you think about this one? Which one, without having them in hand, do you think is better? Let me know right down in the comments. Don't forget, smash that. And I got another video you're going to want to see right over here.